Welcome to the Hope Hotline. It is Friday, and it's going to be a good weekend. Weather is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Like, almost fall-like. I was at Cracker Barrel this morning, just rocking.
In a rocking chair.
In a rocking chair.
Yeah.
I thought she meant like
Rocking out.
rocking out.
Yeah.
Actually rocking.
Just rocking.
Actually rocking.
Excuse me, I just burped. Okay, so this weekend's good. My sister's in town. My older sister. That's why I was
beautiful.
at Cracker Barrel eating breakfast. Last time I went to Cracker Barrel, I was fasting.
Oh,
It was rough.
that's unkind.
Listen, today I made up for it.
Okay, good.
I literally was like, you know what? When I was here last, I had to sit and watch everybody eat. I'm making up for it, and I'm getting the biggest of whatever I want. My sister was paying. Like, what? Who cares? Listen, when she said I'm paying, I'm like, I'm in.
Oh my God.
I was planning on paying. She like, beat
Always.
me to the punch. But
Always.
I was like, I missed out. So I'm going to get what I wanted and some.
Oh my God.
That girl.
And
That
I did.
girl.
And I think I ate it quicker than everybody else at the table. It's like, slow your roll, player.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously, I was like, slow down, sister. You're acting like you never ate. Like, I hadn't eaten Cracker Barrel in a while. I know, it was bad.
So what do you do when you go to, do you get like always get breakfast at Cracker Barrel or like, do you get like,
No, but it was
Okay.
like breakfast. It was
Okay.
like a brunchy breakfast. So I was obviously.
so yeah, you do
I had to.
breakfast, right? Of course.
Everybody else was having it. Norma
Yeah.
was eating the pancakes.
Delicious.
My mom was eating the pancakes.
Yep.
My sister ordered do you call it pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
I say pecan.
Pecan. I call it pecan.
Me
When
too.
I lived in Alabama, it was
Pecan, right?
Pecan.
That's a Tennessee thing too.
Yeah.
Pecan is?
Pecan. Mhm.
Oh, really?
It's a southern thing.
Yeah. Up
Pecan?
north.
I'm Southern.
Up north. No, you're not.
That's
You're
why I'm
Washington,
surprised.
D.C. through and through.
That is true.
You're a northerner. You do. You have a little both.
I'm mixed up.
You are.
I'm a very confused individual in my grammar and in my speech and my talk.
Yeah.
But I say pecan.
Okay.
Okay, so
Me too.
my sister ordered the pecan.
Pecan.
The
You say it with an
pecan
accent.
pancakes.
Pecan.
The pecan pancakes. And there was no pecans.
Oh.
I said, I'll
whoops.
handle it, Sandy. I got you. My sister said to me, I said, I got this. I'll handle it for you. My sister said, you always got that. And you always handle it. She's like, well, somebody's got to take care of business.
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh. That waitress was just the cutest little thing. Now, she's from the South.
Okay. How does she say it?
I can't remember. But whatever it was very
She probably
Southern
didn't
drawl.
say it. They left it out of the pie.
No.
True.
What was so cute is it's like, this were supposed to be pecan pancakes, but I don't think there's no pecans on these. There ain't no pecans on these.
All right. No.
She's like, well, before I blame the kitchen, let me just make sure it wasn't me. She goes, it's me. I was like, God bless you for being
I
honest.
know. Just be
I'm like,
honest.
it don't matter.
Right.
I just wanted to bring it to your attention that
Right.
we know that you know
Yeah.
that you did not give us pecans.
Leave it to Hope.
You know why my sister's in town?
I do. But you
What?
can tell everybody.
My
I don't
baby
know.
nephew. My baby nephew is getting married.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, he's such a good boy.
He is.
He wasn't a good boy, but now he's a good boy.
Really? Him and
He
Tommy?
didn't. Well, no. Like he and
okay.
Tommy, thick as thieves, because
Right.
he's like 3. He was born in October. Tommy's in December. So me and my sister were pregnant at the same time. That was awesome.
Oh my God.
Being pregnant. Sarah, were you pregnant with your sisters? Sarah's
Yep.
making a featured presentation. Or
I know.
Hello,
She's
everyone.
back.
Yes.
She's
Thank
back.
you.
Better
Thank
than
you.
ever.
She's not a figment of your imagination.
I know.
She actually is.
She's live in
featured
studio.
this podcast today.
Aw.
I know. She's back.
She's back with a vengeance. Maybe just today,
Yeah,
but regardless.
right.
No.
Okay, so well, you got. Hey, listen.
I know.
Times and seasons.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're not still with us. It just means right now
Yeah.
you're busy. Okay, so were you
So,
pregnant at the same
yeah.
time with your sister?
Both of my sisters, and now they're all graduating this year.
Not wild. Me,
So-
that's my sister-in-law, my
Yeah.
brother's wife, me, and my sister were all pregnant at the same time.
I love that. That's so fun.
It was wild, man.
Sweet.
It's very cool.
It's wild. It's great.
It's a fun thing to share.
It really is. But graduating all at the same time, that's crazy.
And my oldest niece is getting married in January. So we've got a wedding and the 3 graduations. And so
Crazy.
it's
praise the Lord.
yeah, it's awesome.
It is.
It's such a great thing. So this will be my second wedding this year. His sister, my nephew's sister, got married in August, and then which is my niece. And then he's getting married, and he comes to the church. He does a lot of stuff for us. But no, he and Tommy thick as thieves. But here's the thing: like he went through a little season where he's doing a little bit of a hope thing. Not near as bad as me. Not even close. But he course correction,
What you gotta do?
figured it out.
Yep. Absolutely.
And now he's doing great. He's marrying a great girl.
It's awesome.
And when you really like your family, and like you're kind of watching the situation. And she lived out of state, so we didn't get to really see her very much. It was probably a good thing for her because she might have ran for her life because our family's a little cray-cray. But I wasn't too sure. She's
Right.
super young. Yeah. She's very young. I mean, we're all so stupid, but she wasn't stupid, but she's just very young, and you sit there and go, I really like her now.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like her. It's just I didn't
Just
know her.
didn't know, right.
But you know what? Now, for her being a part of the family, I think she's going to do great.
That's awesome.
I know. I'm like
nothing
really
like
happy
that.
about
Really
that.
sweet.
She's a very sweet girl.
Yeah.
And like she fits in really good, and she tolerates Tommy because
Perfect.
that's a big thing.
That is a big thing.
Because Travis and Tommy ain't going nowhere.
Right.
And
Right.
Travis ain't going anywhere for Tommy. So
Right.
whoever they end up with,
Gonna have to like
it's going to
each other.
have to like each other. Tommy's like, I like her.
Good.
She's good. So good egg.
It makes a huge difference when you like your family.
Huge because you can't pick them.
You got to hang out at some point,
Yeah.
or you don't, and that's like I don't know.
Like you
It's
don't
just
get to
sad.
pick your family.
No. No.
you don't.
Not at all.
You're stuck with them.
You are.
I mean, he picked her, but we're stuck with her.
That's what I mean.
Like,
yeah.
so,
right.
come on.
Exactly.
It could be bad.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, so great weekend. What are you doing this weekend?
I'll be with you.
Oh, that's right. Vanessa, you're going to be with me.
Yes.
What about you, Sarah?
Because it's
I
one big
won't
happy
be with
wedding.
you. That's what I get for not being here for weeks. on end.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what you get.
That's what you get. I
Lots of
don't
wedding.
have like big plans this weekend. It's just work and church, and
Are you directing?
I am not this week. I
you
did
go.
last week. So,
I was talking about you on Wednesday about that.
oh,
Yeah.
Yep. So good. You'll be in the sanctuary. That's a rare moment for Sarah. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So,
Then Tom gets to hear you laugh.
True.
you know what's so cool is that Eden, who you guys met a while back, that lives in Maryland, she like watches now every Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
And she's always like, I heard you laugh. I heard this. I heard that. And
cute.
so,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's fun. I'm like, sorry, I'm not going to be in there this week. She's like, yeah, but
gosh.
you're directing. So it's like I'm with you because you're.
I'm getting to see
switching.
everything
Yeah.
you're doing.
So,
Such a
Other
sweet
than
thing,
the
man.
the
Friends are
wedding.
great.
Other than the wedding, I'm putting up my Christmas decorations.
I knew it.
my
I knew it.
Just so you know.
I was going to ask
Merry
you.
Christmas, everyone.
I'm surprised you didn't start. It's the first. You're almost late.
No, I knew it was this
Yeah.
weekend.
Stop.
I knew
already
it. I
giving
was like,
myself a hard
she's.
time.
I was driving today.
Yeah.
slacking a little bit.
She is.
I
Showed up
literally
this
was
morning.
driving. And I was like, Vanessa, we'll be decorating all weekend long.
Oh man, I can't wait. Well, my Christmas tree comes in today.
Oh, that's
I-
why. Oh, that's
I
why.
needed.
What
to
did you get? A
upgrade.
new?
Yes.
Oh, bigger, taller.
Yes. 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 All
Bigger
of
is
the
better.
above. So.
That's
Awesome.
all I can say.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so the one that I had last year is going into my bedroom.
Good.
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
Oh my!
Of course, you don't get
gosh.
rid of trees. You just move them to the new area.
Yeah, yeah.
Always.
Right.
Absolutely.
I gave I had a fake one,
Yeah.
and I think I gave that to somebody.
No.
Well, no, I don't keep them.
You just bring it
We
to the
had
next
to do
room.
No.
It could be a kitchen
Tony
tree.
does not like fake trees. And the
be
only
a
reason I had to
bathroom
get that
tree?
fake tree is because we didn't get out in time to get a real tree.
Wow.
So we ended up having to do a fake tree. But I, like the next year, the year after, I think I ended up giving it to Courtney.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Well, I think hers took the crap heap from Ian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ian destroyed that girl's whole house.
Yep. It's probably gone.
Yeah.
I can promise you.
Yeah.
She pretty much had nothing left after Ian. That blew in everything.
Yeah.
Man.
Like her whole house, the whole back end of her house. Gone.
Yep.
Not good.
Not good.
Gotta
Not
love the
good.
hurricanes.
Yeah.
The man-made hurricanes.
Oh, hey.
Bye-bye, Facebook.
Allegedly.
I was going
okay?
to say, by Facebook, by YouTube.
Sure, yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
I'll see you
For
later.
entertainment purposes only. That's what they say. That's how we keep it going.
So, okay, you're decorating.
Yep.
Sarah's doing nothing. You enjoy that because that's
For
a rare
real.
moment. Trace,
real.
what are you doing besides wedding?
Yeah, wedding. And then, I think I'm voting. But I don't know. I want to vote on election day.
too.
Don't do it.
Listen, calm down.
I can't.
But I think I'm going to do it on Saturday.
What is
'Cause
with? I feel pressured to
I feel
vote early.
pressured. too.
I hope so.
You need to make
I
your
hope so.
vote count.
Why won't it count on election day?
I was concerned.
No.
Oh, because they can't mess with the early votes
Right,
too.
right,
they're-
exactly.
No.
Exactly.
They have a harder time messing with the early votes. And the reason is because there's enough time to count them. So they can't say, we don't have enough time to count them. They're tallying them up. And they're not like, and what's happening with the early voting is they're seeing where like the Dominion votes are doing their little thing. And Laura Trump is getting in there. And she's already filed lawsuits. We've already won in Butler, PA.
Good.
Like that's where
Wow.
early voting has really paid off big time.
And the other advantage is
We don't have to deal with that though, because Florida is kicking butt and
Right,
taking names.
right. Well, and that's what it is. If there is a huge red wave prior to election day, like all of a sudden all the Democrats are going to come out on election day. You know what I mean? Like if we wipe it.
Well, that's the other thing is they're seeing the red wave. They're seeing the numbers of people turning out, and they're
Yeah,
seeing
right.
it's going to be a hard. They're going not to say that they can't,
Right.
Because anything's possible with the evil and the deceptive. But it's really hard to prove right now that with the number of people who have turned out
Right.
and that are voting, and the numbers that as they're coming out, it's going to be very difficult for them to beat these numbers because it's such a wide margin now. Like it's insanity
Yeah.
how big of a difference there is. Now, I will tell you, this might not work out if it wasn't such a big difference. So if they knew going in, this is where I don't like early voting because going into it, if it's a neck and neck kind of thing, then they just know how many more votes that they need to get. But this being such a huge diverse difference,
Right.
it's kind of like going to be hard for them to say with all of these early votings, we're going to shut down and now we're going to count and we're going to add more. It's
Yeah.
going to be hard
I think
because
so.
this is the only time I think it'll work in our favor. Otherwise, if it was a neck and neck situation, then they would just know how many more votes that they need to create and drum up
Yeah.
because it would be close.
Right.
Otherwise, I would not. I'm not a big proponent on voting early. I don't agree with that. I'm like you guys. I don't vote early. I don't like it. In this situation, though, it's
know.
a must. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. And so but the other thing was that little disturbance we were watching. I was like, if they put that on election day and I can't vote on election day, like I was like, I'm not going to miss out, because of that. But it
Yeah.
seems like that is,
That's not even an option.
it's still like
anymore.
brewing, but it's not for election day. But then
Yeah.
again, you just never know.
Yeah.
So that's why I think we'll go Saturday. And then, Saturday night we have our wedding. And then
I
Sunday.
ordered my MAGA hat
No, you did
for
not.
Tuesday.
Oh, wait. I want
I
one.
might just choose violence on Tuesday. Not in
like,
the way that you think.
Right,
There
like-
goes Facebook again.
and we're gone.
Not in the
Thanks
way
a
that
lot.
you think.
No,
But-
no, like
If it don't
biblical
go a certain
violence.
way,
You know,
it could go violent because I think people are going to go nuts
which way? Like if you think,
if it doesn't go for Trump. I think it could get really ugly.
yeah,
But I will tell you, if it does go Trump, then there's a lot of paid people to create a lot of chaos.
correct.
I mean, the amount of people, the diverse groups the Hispanic vote, the Black vote has never been larger. The independents are record numbers. Like I don't even know if I've ever heard the statistics of the number of independents voting like this. Like usually it's kind of like they're so moderate. It's like it's not even like that. Like
The
it
Amish
is.
are voting.
That's what I was going to
That's
say.
what you guys were telling me that, weren't
They
you?
are voting.
And with their horse and buggy with Trump flags on the back.
It's getting and
That's why I'm saying,
Guess
Sarah.
where they
Like
live, though?
normally I would say
where
don't
do the
vote
Amish
early,
live?
but it's like
Pennsylvania.
you have to because Pennsylvania. Hershey known it's
And that's where it counts this year.
not.
It's important. And I think that's
So-
why they're doing it because they
So
know.
the Amish are coming out. They're like,
Let's
I
go.
guess we got to go.
Let's go.
We got to show up. We
I
got to
wonder if
win
they'll
Show
change
up
their
and show
hats
out.
for a MAGA hat.
Huh?
Or maybe they'll change their hats for a MAGA hat. Can you imagine?
I don't know. Like it's
can
like
go off of
I've
Amazon.
never heard of
I-
anything like
I
this
ordered
before.
mine this
Me
morning.
either. This is wild.
It's either the Antichrist
How?
or he's just
No,
powerful.
the Antichrist is going to be gay, right? Didn't we decide that?
Is that?
Yeah, because he won't like women. Let me find the verse.
Oh.
Antichrist will be gay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now we just
No,
lost
I think it's
YouTube
going to be
again.
like remember on Frasier, the guy Martin from Frasier. Do you remember? Have you ever watched Frasier? The show
Yeah.
Frasier? The guy that played Martin. He was a person that said he was no sexual.
Oh, yeah,
He
asexual.
didn't. Yeah,
okay.
thank
He
you.
wasn't like
He didn't like women. He didn't like men. He
his
just didn't like.
character or like who
No,
he
in
was
real life.
In real life.
He wasn't. He just didn't have any.
Desire for any of them.
He didn't care.
So it says it's John. No, it's definitely not John 3:16.
Hey, let me ask you this: Do either of you know can an asexual actually like both sexes though?
No, that would be
No, that would be bisexual.
bisexual.
Yeah.
Because
Asexual?
they go both ways. Bisexual goes.
Bisexual goes both ways.
Wait, but this says
But an asexual
Have-
is nothing, right?
Not interested at all.
Yeah, that was him.
it says having no evident sex or sex organs, sexless.
What?
That's what asexual means, according to.
That's funny because that makes sense because somebody in the interview asked him something about his privates, but not really.
Really? And
Yes, they
and he
did.
said it like that.
No, he didn't. No, but he alluded to the fact of
That he wasn't
really
sure.
it wasn't an operation
Oh,
because
Okay.
they were like because they used the word I said not non-sexual, but it's called asexual, which I watched this interview like once, right? And I was like, this is pretty wild because a lot of the characters on Frasier were gay.
Yeah.
From Niles to Bulldog to the one that played the one that was the critic, the food critic. He was gay, and then there was another one that I can't think of. He was also gay. There's a lot of gay characters on Frasier,
wow.
but he was not, and that's one of the things. And they were basically, wait a minute, asexual is something, and I can't remember. Now you're making it all come back to me. And he was like, "Well, it's really
I
like
wonder
not
if he
doesn't
had
work."
The gift of singleness.
I know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
True.
Where like Paul said, it's better that you don't
Right.
get married.
I
You
don't think
know?
that was his point, though.
I'm trying to tie it back
I know.
into like
It's gotta be
scripture.
Yeah, he was not godly at all.
So they're
I
saying
know.
on this WebMD, it says asexual spectrum. So it isn't the same for
Oh, there's a
everyone.
spectrum.
So there's like desire for close friendship, but not sex. You fall
Yeah,
in love. You
that was
choose to
him.
have sex. How do you, I don't see.
But he
it
did
can be
not.
fluid.
He had no desire, and I guess it didn't operate.
Which
But
It
is
was
basically
also
what I feel like he
impotent.
said. Well, yeah, but it wasn't because it wasn't that. It was not because he was impotent. It just didn't want anything.
which is usually sad because it's usually abuse. You know what I mean? Like it's usually some kind of like early abuse when it ends up being like that extreme is what I would assume.
If faith is not attached to it.
Absolutely. And not
Yeah.
clearly it's not. Anyway, so the Antichrist, is he gay or not? No, he's asexual. So we
Is he
come to terms
asexual,
with
Sarah? Tell me.
the Antichrist.
Oh,
What do you think?
Do you want me to read the verse?
yeah. What's the verse?
Daniel 11:37. He will show no regards for the gods, little g, of his ancestors, or for the ones desired by women, nor will he regard any gods, but will exalt himself above them all. And then some other ones say that he doesn't have the desires of women or by women.
Well, that ain't Trump.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That ain't Trump.
So
Because a lot of people have thought he was the
I would have
Antichrist.
to study
Because
that
how
out a
many
little
people
bit
worship
more.
him.
I don't
Okay,
know,
study
'cause
it
it's
out.
talking about the gods of his ancestors and stuff. Like there's a little bit more there. I don't know.
Isn't that interesting?
I never really.
I didn't really
Thought
know about
about
that.
the sexuality
I
of
didn't
the
really, I've
Antichrist.
read Daniel a bunch, and I don't even remember that being in there.
yeah.
I love that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
You're very
I'm gonna
welcome.
like pay.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
study
pay
that
attention
out.
to that.
I'll send a question into the Ask the Hope hotline. Will the Antichrist be gay? Then you can
I don't
study
think
it
he
out.
can be gay.
Then you can
Okay.
I have a hair that's driving me crazy. I don't think he can be gay. Well, maybe he can be.
Listen, why not?
He's not interested in women.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be anti what God would like honor.
Right.
So it would.
It's fair.
You know,
That's
like,
fair.
I think Tim
marriages
Wolf's would
between
fit
a
that
man and a
description.
woman.
gosh.
Oh my gosh! Good old tampon Tim.
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe then could he be? Who knows?
Someone
Only
said
the
it's
shadow
Obama
knows. Huh?
in the chat.
Oh,
Michael? What?
Michael.
Actually, he is running. Listen, he
By
does
YouTube.
run. Listen,
he's pulling the strings here.
actually, Vanessa, that's a good point because he is known.
Good job, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, it was Anne Marie.
Oh, way to go, Anne-Marie.
Yeah.
That is absolutely because seriously,
I know.
he is 100% in my opinion based on what I hear. That's
Again,
the
entertainment
word on the
purposes
street-
only.
The word on the street,
Allegedly.
the gossip that I
Allegedly.
hear.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No.
Well, no, like there are people who have literally come out and said I had a homosexual relationship with him.
Oh,
for entertainment purposes only.
I mean,
The homosexual
Do we even
relationship was for
bring up-
entertainment purposes.
I don't know.
That's
Just
what
saying
I'm
it for
wondering.
YouTube. I'm trying
Oh.
to say it for YouTube so that we don't
Oh.
get booted. But I think this is like 17 now.
I've had at least 2 strikes.
You do.
I'm not
I don't-
saying his husband's name,
Okay.
so I'm okay.
His husband.
Because the last time I said his husband's name several times,
Yeah.
we got suspended.
Okay.
okay.
It's true.
So I'm trying to stay away from that.
Yeah, let's stay away from that one. I mean, who
I'm
cares?
staying
Just
away
go to
from
Rumble.
algorithm words.
I know. We're trying and
That's-
failing
I don't know.
miserably today.
I'm probably gonna get a strike.
Yep. We'll find out.
Wouldn't be the
Who needs
first or the
YouTube
last.
anyway?
Huh?
I know YouTube.
Who needs YouTube?
I'm about to kick YouTube and Facebook right on out.
See ya.
Come on.
I'm
Who's even on Facebook anymore?
nobody. Well, they are. They just don't let us see them.
Right.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
It's true.
We have 22,000 followers.
No, it's,
Holy
don't even.
moly.
Don't
The church has
even.
22,000 followers.
Don't get me started, Hope.
Are-
Don't even get me started.
The thing is
Don't.
they don't. It's proven they don't let you. People say I comment and they won't let it go through.
Don't even get me started.
Huh.
Or they are watching. They don't let you,
Can't
see
see
them.
it. There's no way.
Yeah.
Fine, I'm gonna get started. There's no way you can have 22,000 followers and have 6 people watching across 2 platforms
not
on
possible.
Facebook. It's impossible.
Impossible.
We've
Especially 'cause
literally.
there's people who are like literally going on there for. It's not
Right.
even just they're scrolling and they happen to come across
Right,
it. It's like
right.
they know it's 10 o'clock on a Sunday
Yeah,
morning
yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah.
for-
No, it's
but, like,
absolutely impossible.
It's
not possible. Pastor
Right.
Rodney goes through this on Facebook. He has. I can't even tell you how many followers, and he'll only have it'll have less than 200
Right.
people watching.
No,
when we first started watching him on Facebook, he had well over 1,000 people.
Right.
Yeah.
And YouTube does the same thing with him. So for me, like it's not real. It's not. And what's funny is we've even done some. I think Aaron did this funny little test or something like that one time. He was watching Facebook, and we had more people commenting than they said we had watching.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
how can that happen?
It can't. It's impossible.
It can't happen. It's not
impossible.
even possible. It's just, it's not true. It's not right.
I know.
It's just crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you going to
What are you gonna do?
do? Liars. That's what they are. Liars.
Exactly. Yep.
The father of the father of lies, the devil.
Father
They're the-
of lies.
They're the devil.
Yep.
Okay, 25 minutes in. Go do your
All
thing.
right, here we go. All right, so if you are on Facebook, just comment and then go over. Ed Cruz, example. Head over to Rumble. I'm going to drop the link in there for you.
She's
and I'm going to make it
people out.
I'm going to make it as easy as possible. But thank you for commenting before you head over. So,
Yeah, thanks for watching, bud.
Good job, Eddie.
I didn't even know he's on there.
I know. He said even the intro song is gay of the Preacher show.
Hey, I like that show. Watch it.
He's just saying the intro song.
I know.
I was.
Fraser.
But Kelsey Grammer is totally hetero.
Yeah.
100% hetero.
Right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it though, because
No.
he even acts a little flaky and funny.
He does.
What is it called? I can't remember. My dad used to call it something. Light in the loafers.
Oh, that's good. That's
A
old
little
school.
light in the loafers.
That's funny. A little old school.
A little
I like that.
Liberace-esque.
Funny. Okay. So if you are, head over. We got the link right there. Easy peasy. Just click on it. And then head over. We got the live chat going. Got a bunch of people over in Rumble. So if you are there, let us know who's watching. And then also, if you're not following, there's a little button right there. So just click follow. Make sure you like it. And you can use the comment section if you need to use the comment section for anything. But the live chat is up and going. We are on YouTube as of now. And so we'll see what happens. But you can subscribe. Like I say all the time, that if you are subscribed, usually you'll get an email, unless they are blocking that as well. But usually get an email to let you know that we're live. We go live 10 minutes before and have our little countdown video. So it'll around 2:50, it should pop up in your email just as a little reminder. And then we also have our audio podcast and blackrovetv.com. Anywhere that you listen to any of your podcasts, we are available on there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for it. So like and share, do all the things, let your people know. If you want to hop on to Instagram, you can also share the most recent post, which just says live today. You can go click your Rumble if you want to go above and beyond and be an A+ student, because I know I have a lot of A+ students in the live chat. If you want to go and just click the link in Rumble, and then if you share our Instagram post, you can just add a link to it, and you never know who's going to pop on and watch. It's so cool because when Talia's here, we have like a teenager, and then we have our generation, and then we have the next generation, and it's just, it's
And then
really,
you have me.
No, and then we have Hope. But for real, we have all these different people, all different walks of life, and so I really feel like anybody can, relate to us, and even just different walks of life, not even age groups either. So, so just share it with your people. You never know who's going to pop on. And at this point, they already think you're crazy because you go to Foundation Church. So just share the link of this too. What else are they going to think? Why not add to it? And then while you're at it, send in a question like, is the Antichrist gay? And then we can ask these questions. The holidays are coming up. So if you have questions about how to deal with certain things during the holidays, I don't know, just anything. Just it's always fun to hear where you guys are at. I know you guys have lots of questions because you'll ask me in my private time. And so I'm always like, hey, send that into the Hope Hotline. And most of you do. So thank you for doing that. But just like that, while you're thinking about it, if there's context attached to it, that's really helpful too, so that we can kind of target what answer you're looking for. Otherwise, it'll be like an overall answer. But you guys always have really great questions. And some of you are so new to this walk that you'll have great biblical questions. And then some of you are, been in doing this forever, and now you just have like family questions or questions about like how to deal with, situations with your spouse or kids or whatever. So yeah, send those in. We love hearing from you guys. And of course, we've got our merch. All of the options are available. I know people are asking about Peanut Gallery merch, so I did start designing some stuff. I haven't landed on anything I love yet, but maybe that will come up next. So keep an eye out for that. And then, last but not least, you want me to mention this for Friday?
Yep.
We'll be here Wednesday, but we will not be here Friday.
Tell them why.
Because I will be celebrating my 27th birthday in Key Largo. So assuming that this little buddy that is brewing down there doesn't decide to take a little curve.
It ain't coming. It ain't happening.
It can't.
Birthdays are where it's at.
I know, exactly.
I had one.
I know. That's
Hey,
true.
Milton.
You did.
We
You
partied
did.
with Milton.
You did, and no cruise. So I will just me and the girls are going to Miami for a night, and then we're going to go down to Key Largo, and then I think Jared will meet us at some point. He's been so busy with work, and so I didn't feel like I really wanted to go to the mountains. Actually, my original plan was Asheville, and then obviously they're not doing so well. So.
Helene kissed Asheville
Okay.
right in the valley.
Yeah, coming back to us. Yeah, so that wasn't going to be a thing. So we are going to leave Thursday night, and then we'll be there. Yeah, we'll be there through the weekend and just do something for my 40th. I would love to just lay in the sun with my son and
Yeah, exactly. Put your son in, dry your hair.
Yeah, exactly. Have some blonde hair by next week. Yeah, thank you guys for the birthday wishes. And so, yeah, we're excited to go and just get away for a couple days. But
She's going to have fun.
yeah, we'll have a good time.
It's a big one.
No,
That's awesome.
Crazy.
40s. I loved my 40s.
I'm glad.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad. I love hearing when people say that to me.
40s is great.
Yeah.
40s is fabulous.
I'm excited.
50s is fantastic.
And see? And then I have that to look
It
forward
just keeps
to.
getting better.
Yeah.
It really does. I
I
don't care what
believe
anybody
it.
says. Look, for me, I don't feel any different than 18.
I know. That's
I don't.
what's weird.
Even like my body doesn't hurt or anything
Yeah.
like that. They say, you know, you get aches and pains. I'm 3 years from 60.
That's amazing.
So come on.
Yeah. That's
Give
goals.
me a break.
Yeah. Yep.
Give me a break. It doesn't have to hurt. But unless you do something in the gym.
Well, yeah.
And well, I don't know.
And then you recover.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But you don't have to feel old. I don't care what anybody says. You do
Amen.
not have to feel old at all.
Amen.
Do not follow the subscription of what the world says, because they think that that's like. I feel like people like complaining about getting older. It's endearing. It brings attention. It's like people feel when it's not. They're endeared to that, not that people are endeared to you because of that.
Yeah. Right.
People like the idea of growing older and having something to like fixate on
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of the opposite, which is like thriving in life.
Yeah.
But if you notice, people always are like, "Ah, you just like the aches and the pains."
It's all
Like,
downhill from now.
You're 55. What are you talking about?
I know.
Come on. You should be embarrassed to talk like that. But instead, people are like
Yeah.
embracing it,
Right.
which makes no sense to me whatsoever. It goes against everything that the Bible tells us to.
True.
So
True.
somebody over there wants to say something. Does anybody want to say something?
No.
No?
Oh,
Sarah's
Good.
dealing with some aches and pains because she did body pump. Hey.
Well,
But like you said,
that's
the
a
gym.
whole nother reason,
And
though.
that's how it should be.
well,
should be.
I love it when my body hurts like that,
Me too.
because then you know you've done
You
something.
did it. I know.
Except for like the first couple weeks of when you first start working out and you don't feel like you can actually get up off the toilet.
Yeah.
That,
Or
my
when
friend,
you like pull a muscle,
that's not pleasant.
doing the wrong move.
Like when we both hurt that stomach thingy.
Oh,
We
I've
pulled
done that
our,
once.
like ab muscle.
What is this osaic or
Yep.
I don't know. It's in your stomach and it's like underneath your rib cage.
That's not fun.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah, it's
but outside of that, like I like feeling
Me
sore.
too.
Yeah.
I like feeling like, okay,
Yeah.
you did
Did
something in the gym.
Yeah.
You actually
Right.
worked out.
Yeah.
The other stuff, no, I don't
No,
like it.
not when it's like flu-like, when it like
Right.
feels like you have
Yeah.
the flu because you're, which probably means you went too hard. But it's how can you not when you're super competitive?
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
Always
hard.
pushing yourself
Yeah.
to do more. Oh, look at that pretty little girl.
Pretty little girl.
Do you see who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Somebody just walked past, just so you know. We have in this room, we have windows.
Yeah.
And in this room, we can see people walking by, and they're always waving to us, saying, "See you later." I'm doing a podcast. See you later. No, but she just walked through, big smiles, mouth open.
Yeah. I love her.
I do too. Beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't care. So let's go to the first question.
Okay, let's do it.
It says, why does it seem like every time I have a breakthrough and God does something big, something breaks or something falls apart? Golly, man. How many of us have been there and done that?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I totally feel you on this one. I tithe, I pray, I trust God for the overflow, but it feels like a vicious cycle. I wish I could give you a hug. I don't know who you are, but I don't think there's anyone in this room that does not feel exactly like how you feel.
Yeah.
Not one.
Yep. Been there.
And still there sometimes. Still there sometimes. But you know what? When something breaks or something goes wrong, you know what? The first thing I always go is when there's always extra. I've said this to Tom. I'm like, how come every time there's something we have extra, something happens and that extra is gone? And then I stop myself and I'm like, it says he'll meet every need. And he does meet once, but it says he'll meet every need. Okay. So he's met that need. He knew that thing was going to break. And then I'm like, shut up, shut up, because you didn't have that before. And now you do. And now you can pay to have that fixed. What if I didn't have that? Then I'd be scrambling going, well, how are we going to fix this? We don't have the finances for it.
Right.
He meets every need. And so for me, I sit there and go, to you, think about the times, like I think about the times before when I didn't have the Lord and I didn't know what I was going to do because I didn't have the finances to fix what needed to be fixed or, figure out how to unbreak what was broken. And it's a sweet place to be where every need is met. You might not be getting ahead right now, but it's in these times where your faith grows. And knowing that he had just the finances or the situation set up for you just in the right time so that even though you're like, want to throw your hands up in the air and roll your eyes in the back of your head, you actually should be like being thankful and going, oh, wait a minute, you know what? You knew this was going to happen. You made sure I had the provision, and I may not have gotten ahead, but I have what I need. And being thankful and a thankful heart is huge. And I've had more than enough. I'm like Paul. I've learned to be content in the having more than enough and the, just having every need met. Both of them are sweet spots. You have to learn to be able to handle both of them being content, and they're both sweet because my faith has grown exponentially because of seeing how God makes things play out for me when things don't go the way that I thought that they would go, or when something breaks and I need the finances to fix it, and then it's just there. And then I've had more than enough where I'm like just paying people's bills or buying things that people need or blessing others or getting something that I want just because I want it. And God made sure that I had more than enough to get it. So life is very much like that. But I will tell you, if you're doing ministry, it gets worse, not better. And they're laughing over there because they know. The moment you step out into ministry, you are on Satan's radar. So if you are doing ministry, that might be the reason why. But if you're new in your walk and you're taking some new steps of faith, like paying your tithe, and you've never really done that before, you'll see where you're going to get raises and you're going to get things that you didn't happen to you before when you didn't pay tithe. But then you're also going to see where Satan's going to come against you because he's going to try and make you believe that the covenant that is in the word does not exist and it's not true to its word. So he's going to he's a liar. So he's going to try and thwart God's plan for you. And you just need to be strong and stand and not believe the lies and not fall prey to any kind of distraction because he wants to do that. But the more you do for him, the more Satan's going to come against you. But you'll win every time. And that's the thing you cannot forget through the whole entire process, that in the midst of being in a very deep valley, maybe, and it doesn't have to be that deep. I mean, sometimes, I have gone through some pretty bad lows. I didn't even know I was in the midst of a low because spiritually where I was at, it didn't feel like it was anything because I was in the right place. But I would be remiss in saying that that's always the case because there have been times in my life that spiritually I wasn't like going after it like I should. And when I hit those lows, they were low. And I was like, okay, God, I know your word is true. but this ain't easy, and I don't like where I'm at. Okay, well, that too, but I still won because I don't quit. You can't quit. You just need to know that doing things the kingdom's way does not mean it's always going to be easy, but it always means you win. And God will always see you through. He will always come through for you. And if you pay your tithe, and I'm not talking about giving is not paying your tithe. If you give your tithe, the word is true, and God will never, ever, ever lie, and he will never not keep to his word. And you don't ever have to worry about anything. It will always come to pass, like his word says. You'll never want for anything. Every need will be met, and then you'll have so much that your storehouse will come and it'll be overflowing. You just have to be patient, and again, ebb and flow. If you get to the top, it doesn't mean that things aren't going to come. You're going to have some expenditures. You might see that bank account get a little low, but you're going to see that thing climb right back up. Faith. That's what faith is all about. Yeah. And it's not a bad thing. People think it's such a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. The word never fails, and he'll never fail you. I have some scriptures, but I don't want you to quit. But I want the girls to address it before I go to the scriptures that tell you who you are and that his word is not a lie, and he'll never fail you. So, girls, you want to add? Because I could tell stories.
Yeah.
But I've only got 20 minutes.
I know.
So I'm going to let them share their stories because I always talk about myself. Go ahead, girls. You want to tell this person what's up?
I don't have like specific stories, but every time I encounter a situation, I just tell myself, pass the test, Vanessa. Pass the test, because you have a choice. You can respond in one way and it's not fruitful, and you can like get discouraged and you're kind of stuck in it, or you can respond in the way that the word tells us to. In James, it talks about, consider it pure joy, an opportunity for great joy, when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So in every opportunity, I tell myself audibly sometimes, pass the test, Vanessa.
The poor woe is me gets you nowhere.
Nope.
Yeah.
It gets you, listen, I've done it. I've tried it. Yeah. And it accomplished nothing.
Yeah.
So learn from somebody. Wisdom is when you learn from somebody else. I'm just telling you, it's a waste of your time. You will not win at all. But yeah, pass the test. Because you will keep having that test
right
repetitively until you do. And you don't want it.
Yeah.
I also know this too. Because I failed a bunch before I started passing.
Yeah.
Because Tracy, Sarah?
I always go back to, am I in the will of God? How do I know that? 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18 says, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and in everything give thanks. This is the will of God for you in Christ Jesus. If I'm doing those three things, doesn't matter what it looks like, doesn't matter what seems like it is coming against me. The other thing is, if there is something coming against me, guess what? God turns that around and uses it for my good. So I think about the arrow in the bow, right? You can't shoot an arrow toward its target unless it's pulled back first.
Yep.
So anytime it seems like there's something coming against me, I'm like, let's go. How's this going to propel me into the next great thing that God has?
And you are going to be stretched. We're all going to be stretched. We have to be.
Yeah.
That's when your faith grows. But you have to be stretched. I mean, there's no option in it unless you want to stay stagnant. In stagnation, you'll end up going backwards.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. But that that string has to be stretched in order to propel you. You're going to have to be stretched. That's all there is to it. My friend.
I have so many.
So many stories?
So many stories.
Oh, me too, girl.
I know. So I'll say that what I've noticed in my life is that God really does, like you were just saying, I think the biggest revelation I had is that God really does meet your need. And you almost don't know until you look back, because there was a season where we had to save our company and we were in a legal battle. And to this day, I don't know where that money came to be able to handle the cost of the business and to be able to cover a very expensive legal battle. I still don't really know how that happened. And I was thinking of, actually, I was on the way here today. I'm like, how do we cover such a moment, like a huge cost?
Yeah.
Like, like insane cost, and then still run the company, and we didn't go under. Like, how did that happen? And it's just God. There's no explanation, but in the moment, it's like you're writing these checks and you're like, I don't know how we're going to do it. And then you do, and there's money in the bank, and we never didn't cover payroll. Like, we always had what we needed. And so, it's the whole never give up thing. Like, there's so many times in my life, and it's not until you can look back and see, like, man, God sustained us. Yeah. And most of the time, I don't even know how we got from the place in our bank account where I'm like, that's it. Like, there's nothing left. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I look back and I'm like, how did we make it through that? Like, where did the money come? What happened? And so, I guess the childlike faith thing really helps in moments where you just really don't know what's going to happen next. You just do what Sarah did, and you know that you're victorious. Yeah. And you have to stand on that. You just have to speak the word of God. Make sure you're in his will. Make sure you're doing everything he asks of you. And then you can just sit back and be like, wow, I can't wait to see how God does this.
Yeah. Well, I sit there with this building and the enormous amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, the enormous.
Right.
I mean, if people understood the enormous amount of money that it has taken to even put us back to the place that we are right now, which we're not even close to still being done.
I know.
Right.
But to get us to the place where we are right now, I sit there and outside of God, it is not possible.
Yeah.
Somebody that doesn't come here, they do work for us and stuff like that, but they do work for a lot of churches. And he said to me, he's like, because he does a lot of work for a lot of ARC churches and stuff. And he's like, I know how they get their money. Like they have a corporation. A lot of these, well, one specific that's very large in the area has a corporation that gives them millions of dollars. And he goes, I sit and I look at these ARC churches, and I sit and look at Foundation Church, and I'm like, it's mind-boggling. It's like, he didn't use the word mind, but he's like this is, when you look at how they have the funds that they have, theirs is corporate, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yours is faith.
Right. Yeah.
He's like, it is like, it is a move of God.
Yeah.
And to see how you guys have put this building back together when, like, you have no corporate foundation.
Right.
Nobody is like supplying money to you guys.
Right.
It's like, outside of God, this is not possible.
Yeah.
I'm like, you are absolutely right. It is a step of faith every single day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every single day. And God never fails.
Yep.
And I encourage you to know the same thing. Like, if you've sustained anything from hurricanes or any kind of anything that life has thrown your way, I'm telling you, you pay your tithe.
Yeah.
Tithing is the key. You go, well, I can't do that. Well, then you'll suffer the consequences of not doing the word, and you'll live in lack, and you'll have to scrape by, and it will be a miserable life for you. And that's just the facts. Or you can have what the word says, more than enough, and never, ever, ever have to worry about where you think your next provision will be. He will be your provider, and you'll never have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. For me, I'm like, I will never not pay my tithe. I'll never not pay my tithe.
It's not an option.
It's not an option. I will have my electric turned off in my house and live on a generator
Right.
before I don't pay my tithe.
Yeah.
That's the facts. Because, first of all, when God only wants 10 and you get to keep the 90,
It's a pretty sweet deal.
and he pretty much got you all that you got, I mean, I think that's a fair deal.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good deal.
Pretty sweet.
And let alone that, then on top of that, he says, whatever you give in this life, I'll give you 100-fold back. 100-fold. Not 100 times. 100-fold.
Yeah.
I'll pay my tithe.
Yeah.
My time.
Good
It's
idea.
a no-brainer.
Good idea.
It's like proposition or amendment number 4. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
How you vote for that.
Yeah.
I love what Psalms 37:25 says. Once I was young, and now I am old, yet I have never seen the godly abandoned or their children begging for bread.
That's a promise.
That is.
That's a promise. Pay your tithe, people. Pay your tithe. It's such a small percentage that actually pay it. And again, like the church has done, the church pays its tithe, but the church has been able to do things that the world would tell you it's not possible to do in building this building back. It's not, it would seem impossible. But God will make sure that this church stays open, and God will make sure that this place is rebuilt without your tithe. I mean, that's just the facts. But you can't afford not to.
Right.
That's the facts, too. So I don't need it. Pay it to give it to somebody else if you think that what I'm trying to tell you is for selfish motives.
Personal gain.
It's not selfish motives for me. I promise you. It's for you. I mean, I'm not kidding you. It is for you. It is freedom, and it is financial freedom that you have never experienced until you take him at his word and you test him in it. That's all there is to it. If you could just get people to understand, like, it's going to blow your mind. And I want it for people so that they never have to worry about it. People are worried about getting milk and being able to buy clothes and things like that because of inflation and the way the current administration has done things. Even if even if the administration changes and you get the man of your dreams in there, he's still not going to be your provider.
Yeah.
Right.
And things aren't going to be, I mean, they may get better for a period of time, but that's a period of time. You need to know that every need shall be met.
Amen.
So, and the only person can do that for you is the Lord himself. But stick to it. 2 Chronicles 15:7. Stick to it. Don't quit. It says, but as for you, be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded. And this is scripture, one right after the other. It says you win. Galatians 6:9 says, and let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. I know things break, and I know that you feel like you're getting ahead, and then something happens. But these scriptures, rest in them, write them down, so that when things come against you, you're like, not today. This is just a moment in time. This is just a season. This is not my end result. Joshua 1:9 says, have I not commanded you? Be strong, of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And that one I would write down, because wherever he goes, he wins. And so do you. So don't forget that. Let's do your sponsors real quick. Do you guys want to add anything to that?
I had something I forget.
About winning?
Oh, you know what? No, what I was going to say is it'll never, like, let's say right now you're waiting on, a pay increase, and you're like, as soon as I get that pay increase, that's when I'm going to start tithing. I promise you that is a lie, and it won't happen. So
Pay it so you get it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But eventually, like, you'll make more money. That's something I've noticed is, like, we are definitely making more money than we used to make when I was in my early 30s or even 20s. And your bills just get bigger. You take on more people. You help more people. You have older kids.
That's true. I'm trying to point to her.
Yeah.
That's true.
You said it the other day, and it's true. Like, our girls get older, and and there's inflation, but also they need stuff. And so they're still trying to figure, they can't go out and get an apartment right now. There's no way. And so I like, if that's a thought in your head that as soon as I get like this extra job, or as soon as I get that's when I'm going to tithe, I highly, highly encourage you to start now when you don't have the extra money, and you have to make those decisions now.
Yeah.
Let God be true. Yeah. This is an opportunity for that.
You make more money, but you increase a lot of times in more bills.
Yeah. And it's not always just like because you need clothes or a purse. It's because like you put off other bills for so long that all of a sudden now you have a little more money. So now you can pay those bills or pay more on the credit card, or there's always something that you're like, oh, well, once we pay off that credit card, or we all have been there. We've all had those thoughts. And the thing is just, if you do it now, it's easier to tithe as you make more money too. Just the natural, carnal thing that we have inside of us. If you just set it up now, And then when you make the extra, $20 a week, it's just easier to add $2
Yep.
than it is to like, oh, now we have to do $38 instead of it's just do it now. Like I
Yep.
feel very strongly to tell people that.
Well, as your income increase, so does your expenses, because what happens is the hold on, I'm going to sneeze again.
God bless
Well,
you.
who's to say you weren't renting, right?
Right.
And so you're now like, well, I don't want to keep burning money, so let's buy a house.
Yeah.
So you buy a house, and now your mortgage is basically what your rent was. Kudos for that, right? That's great. But now that you bought a house, what if the air condition breaks down? Your expenses increase. So your income increased, but so did your expenses. I always say it's nothing but zeros.
Right.
I mean, so somebody makes more zeros than you, but they spend more zeros than you do too, because their expenses are more. You have to learn that no matter where you're at, if you're looking at somebody who makes more money than you think, well, they have all this extra. No. They don't have all that extra, because you don't understand. In order to be where they're at, their bills probably increase too, because they probably own their own business, which if they own their own business, that means they have more expenditures, because to have that business means you pay a lot of
Everything.
overhead.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
I know.
So your expenses don't increase, or, you don't have all this extra. That's not how it works. So what she's saying is accurate. Learn to do it now,
Yeah. 100%.
because it's not going to change.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. I know.
Right.
She knows. Vanessa knows. Sarah knows. We've all been there. We all are there. They're all business owners. The church isn't a business, but I have to pay the bills. I know this. I just fell. Listen, when all we did was pay rent,
Yeah.
it was way easier to a certain extent. But guess what? When all we did was pay rent, our expenses were less, but so was the income. He who is faithful with the little will be faithful with much. So the more you get, the more you're faithful. And the more you're entrusted, which means the more you increase on probably your bills. So let us do sponsors.
Do it.
Laura Keller and Real Estate Appraisal Associates of Southwest Florida, Inc. has been in business since 2005. She is a Florida State Certified Residential Appraiser and has been for 24 years. With 3 locations, Lakewood Ranch, Port Charlotte, and Tampa, she can assist almost anyone, anywhere. Laura Keller and Real Estate Appraisal Associates is one of the most trusted appraisal companies in Southwest Florida and has done approximately 10,000 appraisals, and are approved by over 300 banks, lenders, and government entities all over the United States. Her company does appraisals for just about everything from residential properties to up to 4 units. They work with FEMA using the 50% rule, selling estates, probate situations, inherited properties where the heir or heirs are not local and need the appraisal for their attorney, step up and basis appraisal for capital gain taxes, and they also provide assistance in selling properties. So if you need to sell your property and you don't know a good realtor, you want to call her because she can help you. If you give her a call, tell her that you heard about her from the Hope Hotline, and you will receive a $50 discount. Right now, properties are not selling.
Yep,
it is
true.
a buyer's market.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, you might want to get a really good appraisal so that you don't sit there while everybody else's properties are selling and yours is sitting because you think it's worth way more than from what it is. And if you need to get a certain amount of money out of your property and you put it on the market, it'd be good to know that what you're asking you can actually get instead of wasting your time putting it out there and you get nothing.
Right.
And then you don't have enough to pay off whatever you wanted to pay off when you sell and then buy the next property.
Yep.
I mean, an appraisal is vitally, vitally important. It does a lot more than you think, especially in weird markets like this. If it was a seller's market, you'd still want an appraisal. You know why? So you can get a lot of money. You can get a lot more money than maybe you thought you could. So I don't know. Be smart. Be smart. Get an appraisal before you do anything. And then make sure it's by somebody good. I would suggest you call her. Laura Keller, she's great. 941-743-3700. 941-743-3700. Plus she's hot. www.s as in Sam, W, F as in Frank, L, appraisals with an S.com. www.s as in Sam, W, F as in Frank, L, appraisals.com. And then we have Hanson's Automotive, which has been in business since 2017 with 20 years experience. They do everything from oil changes to tires to AC work to engine repair and replacement. I think they do alignments too, because I am needing an alignment, I believe.
I do
which
too soon.
I am
me.
going on Tuesday.
Okay.
Oil change and alignment.
Look at you.
Well, he has to make sure I need an alignment first, but I think I do. I slept at a Holiday Inn Express last night, and it made me an official mechanic.
And also the way you drive. So.
Well, that's true. That is true. And actually, I would never stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
You would
'cause
never.
I don't think they're that clean. So back to my ad. They are not just motivated to do their best; they are auto-motivated. Their business lives by Proverbs 16:3, which is commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. So instead of doing the next deep, question, I'm going to do this one really fast. I don't know the answer to this one because I'm just reading it now. But I knew there was one that was kind of just ask our opinion kind of thing.
Yeah.
So because I have a dinner that I have to go to for my nephew in an hour and a half. And this girl has to change.
Yes.
So, but I'm going to ask this question because I'm curious and I always run late. So why not? What's one thing that can always make your day better? Do you guys know what that would be for you?
Good question.
Sarah, do you know?
Why did you have to ask me first?
Well, you poked your head around that little computer top thing.
We should answer. We should answer for each other.
Oh, what a
Okay.
great idea.
Okay. Hope,
That is good.
Hope everybody should be in one accord. Mukbang.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
100%.
That is true.
100%.
A good mukbang
That'll
really
make
makes
you
my
happy.
day. Sarah, a good mukbang really makes me happy.
Oh, I know, Sarah.
Okay.
A yuppie bowl.
That's yes.
Like
Yeah.
delivered to your home from that place.
Oh, yeah.
Like they
Hey,
deliver it.
By the way, I listen. You can't just get the acai. They just don't get the acai and do nothing with it. They get the acai and they blend it after they get it. They have a whole step that they do after they get it. Just so you know, Sarah.
That's
All
it.
right. Well,
I'm working. I'm like
Working.
I'm working the system.
appreciate that.
If anybody will find out, it'll be Hope.
Trying to figure out because
We need
best
to know.
acai bowls ever. I'm gonna figure it out.
So good.
Mexico, and they blend it. I don't know who they get it from though. Sarah screwed that all up because she did know. She did know, and then she lost it, and now we can't figure that out, so we can buy it privately. But go ahead.
gosh.
What is Vanessa's? Let's think.
I'm simple.
Decorating for Christmas.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good
If
one.
somebody
Right
could do
now.
it for her, that would be even better.
Do you enjoy doing
Oh,
it?
would you?
No, I
was
you
gonna
know,
say.
if someone can come and do the lights outside.
Oh, okay. They can. There's people.
There are people.
Yeah.
People have people.
Can I get a number?
Yes, I'll find it. And a front porch with your coffee.
You know, you
Well,
can get
or, like, tea
permanent.
or something.
You can
Yeah.
get permanent Christmas
Diet
lights
Coke.
now.
You can
That are
get permanent that are hidden kind
know
of.
They're hiding.
Yeah,
a
I've
little bit.
seen
I
that.
know. I kind of like
And then
those.
you can have them for all the holidays.
Yes,
Ooh, changing colors.
they
Yeah.
do. Yes, I've seen that.
Oh.
I want
Instagram.
lights for my
Yes,
birthday.
I think
Instagram.
that might be it.
Okay, Tracy.
An energy
What's one thing that can always make your day better? Driving with your T-top or your tops off
Yes.
with sun in.
With sun in.
What's that?
Yes.
And an energy drink.
But to
And an
answer my
energy.
own question, sitting in front of my front porch, watching my ducks.
Yeah, that would be
100%.
true.
With her duck
Yeah.
shirt,
With-
with a sweater that has ducks on it. I'm still working on that.
I know Talia's, but I can't say it, so we're gonna go on. Move
Oh,
on.
me too. Me too.
Me too.
Moving right along.
Okay, moving right along.
Referee, moving right along.
moving right along. We're out of
The
time.
decorating would make my whole year
Oh, okay.
better. But my
day
would be sitting in my front
front
porch.
porch. Yeah.
Maybe with something warm.
Yeah.
And
You know.
cozy.
Yeah.
And
And a
cozy.
little and a perfect temperature.
And then my duckies
and the ducks like quacking.
specifically.
So let me just before we close out 3 minutes, and then I'm going to do prayer salvation thingy
Oh,
because
look at
I
that.
literally haven't done one, and I'm not real happy with myself
Okay,
about
it's
this.
been a while.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
very disappointed. Hope is very disappointed in Hope and third party.
Okay.
I'm using
We'll
third
get
party.
That, we'll get that fixed today.
A third person, I think.
Yeah, third person. Thank you. Not third party.
That's what
I'm using my name in third
That's where we
person.
missed you. How many mistakes we have
Sarah,
made.
I did.
Listen, I haven't watched. I'm going to have to go back and.
No, don't watch.
Yeah, just join.
Don't
just join
watch.
for
Don't watch. She's only a part of it. When she's not here, she's not watching.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
No, you were in the live chats. You've been doing
I
something.
have.
Not really.
On and off, but not like I don't sit and watch the whole thing.
Great. Thank
Yeah,
you, Sarah.
thanks a lot.
That's encouraging.
Well, if I had the time to sit and watch, I might as well just be here.
True. Okay.
then what does
fair.
everybody else do?
I
Sarah,
mean-
what's the purpose of everybody else that's watching then? Because they can't be here.
I don't know. They're
Huh?
not all
Huh?
like they don't
Huh?
all
Huh?
have a busy life like me.
Yeah, she's so busy. She like is so
She's
busy.
insulting
I
you
got
people.
goals.
I got goals.
Oh my gosh, she's insulting you people.
You know what? I don't have anything else to say. Never
Okay,
mind.
good.
I'm
I
just
think
digging
that
a
would be
hole.
best.
Digging a
Yeah.
hole.
I think that would be best.
Digging
Let's just leave that one.
Let's go to
Okay.
salvation. Oh, what?
No.
Okay, no, not yet.
Wait a minute. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
I was
We're gonna give the salvation prayer.
no. Besides the prayer,
There was something right before that.
there was something before that.
Yeah.
I feel like
You
it
were
was
disappointed
Vanessa.
in yourself.
No, yeah, but before that,
Before that, yeah.
before that.
Can anybody rewind real quick?
Okay, it was went to Talia. I said
Talia.
moving right along.
Yeah, I don't think you said it, but you were saying
No,
it.
you had it in your mind, but you didn't ever say it.
I
you
bet
wanted
if you
to do
do the
one more.
salvation message,
No.
it'll come after.
It's not going to.
Oh, you were disappointed in yourself.
No, we already said
That's
that.
it. No.
Guys.
Nobody's listening to me.
It was in your head. You didn't say it. Wait, the live chat. Live chat. Come on, guys, help us out.
Hey,
Oh yeah, people are working while they're listening.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
see,
that.
they're
Yeah, because
working.
you know why,
They have goals.
Sarah?
because they have
They
goals.
can do two things at one time, and
Well,
they
I
too have
don't-
goals.
I'm single-minded now. I'm not doing the multitasking anymore.
No double-mindedness.
No double-mindedness.
Okay, that's biblical.
Unstable
That's
in
okay,
focusing.
so all of you
Then
that
I
are
will be
multitasking,
unstable in all my ways.
listen, all of you that are multitasking, don't listen to her. She does not know what she's
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh man.
Get her out.
Okay, I have scripture.
In the name of Jesus, shut up, Sarah. In the name of all that is holy,
Oh man.
shut your pie hole right now. You're ruining, like, as numbers drop off the podcast. Thank you, Sarah. Our sponsors, thank you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have no idea what I was going to say.
Me either.
I'm very disappointed. Okay, I don't know. Let's talk about Jesus.
Okay, let's do it.
If you don't know him as your Lord and Savior, today is your day. And I'm not kidding you. Like, I was being funny a minute ago, but if you don't know him, today is your day. You need to know him. It is the best thing ever. He's the best thing going. And I personally can tell you that I've done life with and without. And it was, momentary times of like, woohoo, but I usually was in a drunken state or at an amusement park.
Fair.
Never like consistent. Okay. So I'm just saying to you, you want a life that is more than what you ever dreamt it could be. You want to choose him. You want to choose him now. And let's just say the sinner's prayer. If you're coming back and you feel like you can't, because I've been there too. Like, I'm so unworthy. No, you're not. He's waiting like the prodigal son. He is the father that's waiting for the prodigal son to come up that driveway, run towards you, wrap his arms around you, and welcome you home. Let that be today for you. Let's say this prayer. Heavenly Father, I come to you right now. I thank you for dying on the cross. I thank you for the forgiveness of my sins. From this moment on, I live for you. Whatever you tell me to do, I will do. Whatever you tell me not to do, I will not do. And I will spend eternity with you in heaven. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. If you said that prayer, listen, if you need a good Bible, let us know. We'll get you a good Bible. Tune in, if you don't live in the area, to Foundation Church on Sunday morning. You will not be disappointed. It's a good time, great worship, great message, and it'll disciple you. It'll get you stronger and more grounded in the Word. If you are in the area, we'll see you on Sunday. Make sure you introduce yourself to us.
Yeah.
We'd love to meet you.
Absolutely.
Let us know you got saved. But on top of that, we have a great class called The Essentials, and it'll teach you the 4 things that you need to do daily that'll get you grounded and stronger in your walk with the Lord. And you will, if you do these 4 things, you'll never go back.
Yeah.
So we'll see you on Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you also Wednesday of next week. We're off Friday. Oh, big deal. This should be a holiday. A national holiday. Saturday, we fall back. We get 1 hour of extra sleep. It is my
the Lord.
favorite flippin' day of the daggum year. That's
hate
not an actual factual holiday.
I hate it.
We get 1 extra shut up. We get 1 extra hour of sleep.
It's too dark.
I love the dark.
Now I wake up at 4 a.m.
I love the dark. You know why? Because
Everybody
everybody's going to
slows
come
down, and they're so gentle and kind.
in. No, they're not gentle and kind. But all the hooligans have to get inside.
They gotta get inside.
Night's over. No more summertime by what's his face?
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Okay,
Those night
sitting out
owls.
on the stoop, being busy about nothing good.
Yeah.
Now you got to get your butt inside. It's dark. It's cold.
Okay.
Everybody needs to relax, chill, sip on some cider.
Okay.
Sit on a porch.
Sit on. No,
She says
too cold. Get in.
cold.
Get in.
We're in Florida.
Be with
We're in
family.
Florida.
Oh my gosh.
Let me-
87 degrees
Shut up.
outside.
I'm not talking like we're in Florida.
Okay.
It's cold outside.
It's cold outside. Okay.
We're all gonna just relax
Okay.
and enjoy the nighttime. Go to bed early, like Vanessa. Live life to its fullest.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Watching.
Us be us. You be you.
Yeah. You be you.
Night at 6 p.m.
Okay.
I love 6 o'clock. It gets dark.
I hate
I'm
it.
in.
No, it's terrible.
No, it's earlier than that.
No, it's not. If you live up north, it's 4:30. If you live in Florida, it's 6 o'clock.
Facts.
Just saying. Saturday, you'll fall back. You're going to want to make sure you do it because you're going to show up at church an hour early.
And we'll be
And
here.
it happens.
And we'll be here.
We'll laugh at you. Just saying.
Yeah.
But national holiday should be Saturday, 1 extra hour of sleep.
True.
We'll see you on Sunday. Bright, spanking early.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should have a kick in their step. Be ready to praise and worship.
Yes. No excuses.
No
Can
excuses.
I
'cause-
just add?
Yeah.
So sunset is 6:45 right now. So when the time goes back, sunset will be at 5:45.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Last word.
Real talk. Real talk.